Good evening, and ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lucy B. Hamilton Amphitheater. My name is Danielle Henrici. I am the Director of Education here at the Fenimore Art Museum and the Farmers Museum. On behalf of the entire cast and crew, welcome, thank you so much for coming tonight. I am also the founding artistic director of Glimmer Theater, which now operates as a program of Fenimore Art Museum. So we have been working very hard, and I am sure that you're going to enjoy yourselves this evening. We have a wonderful group of sponsors that I would like to thank right now. So if you would indulge me, thank you so much to New York Central Mutual Insurance, Stewart Shops, Cooperstown Rotary, Dr. Richard Sternberg, and of course, the Clark Foundation. A big round of applause. Live theater can only happen when we have two things. One, an audience. You're here, so that's a great start. Please, if you enjoy yourselves this evening, tell your friends, and also write us a review on Facebook. It's a wonderful help getting the word out there. You can find us at Glimmer Globe Theater on Facebook, or you can also leave a review on FenimoreArtMuseum.org. Second thing you need to do live theater is funding. We are a few $1,000s short of our goal to support this production, and that is to support all of the actors, the amazing designers, the stage crew. It's a big, big production, and anything that you would like to do to help us is very, very welcome. There is a donation box up near the register, and thank you so much in advance. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws apace. 4 happy days brings in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desire.
4 days will quickly steep themselves a night, and 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, will behold the night of our solemnities.
Stir up the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, but I'll wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our beloved Duke.
Thanks, good Aegea. What's news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my daughter, Hermia. Hermia! My lord, stand forth, Demetrius. This gentleman, my lord, has my consent to marry with my child. Stand forth, Lysander. And this gentleman has stolen the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and exchanged love tokens with my child. Under her window, in the moonlight sun, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love. Thou hast stolen the impression of her modesty, with bracelets of your hair, rings, gauds, tokens, nosegays, sweetmeats, all strong measures of prevailment on unhardened youth. By stealth, thou hast filched my daughter's heart, and her obedience, which belongs to me, has turned to stubborn harshness. And therefore, my lord, if she will not tonight, before your grace, consent to marry with this gentleman, I will invoke the old Athenian law. As she is mine, I will dispose of her, either to this gentleman or to her death, as is the law provided in this case.
What say you, Hermia? What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you, your mother should be as a god, to whom you are but a form in wax, by her and imprinted within her power. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this case, wanting your mother's voice, the other must be held worthier.
I would my mother looked, but with my eyes.
Rather with your eyes must with her judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here.
to plead my thoughts. But I do beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, whether you can yield not to your mother's choice and endure the livery of a nun, to live a barren sister all your life. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such a maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, upon that day either prepare to die for disobedience to your mother's will, or else wed Demetrius as she would, or on Diana's altar to protest, for austerity in a single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her mother's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry her?
Scornful Lysander. True, he hath my love, and all I have my love will offer him. And I give all my right, my estate in Hermia to Demetrius.
My lord, I'm as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And what is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nato's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess I have heard so much, and thought with Demetrius to spoke thereof. But, being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegea, you shall go with me. I shall have some private schooling for you both. As for you, fair Hermia, look to arm yourself to fit your fancies to your mother's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up to death, or to the vow of a single life.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ah, the course of true love never did run smooth. Either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled too low.
or else misgrafted in respective years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or, if there were sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collie night. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, for it is a customary cross, as true to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth tomorrow night from thy father's house, and in the wood, a league without the town, there will I wait for thee.
Oh, good Lysander, by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars,
Your tongue's sweet air, nor trembled in like to shepherd's ear when wheat is green and hawthorn buds appear. The sickness is catching, your favor so I'd catch yours, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue your tongue's sweet melody. And with the world mine, and Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to you to be translated. Oh, teach me how you look and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
But your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
And my prayers could such affections move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. But then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, unto you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time which lovers' flights doth still conceal, from Athens' gate we have devised to steal.
And in that wood, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. So farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight, from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helena, adieu.
How happy some over others some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. You will not know all but he do know. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Therefore is love said to be like a child, for his choice is oft beguiled. For ere Demetrius ever looked upon Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Into the wood he will tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, it is a dear expense. But I mean herein to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You are best to call them generally man by man according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name thought fit through all of Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on its wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then name your actors and so grow to a point.
Mary is our play, the most lamentable comedy and the most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
An excellent piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what poet I am for and proceed.
Nick Bottom, you are set down for Pyramus.
Well, what is Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
Oh, a lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will add some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms, I will condole in some measure to the rest, though My chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. Amphibious car shall shine from far to make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now, Peter Quince, name the rest of the players. This is Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. Lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender. Here, Peter Quince. Flute? You must take Thisbe on you. What is Thisbe? A wandering knight? Is the lady that Pyramus must love. Hey, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming. That's all one. You shall play in the mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face and let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Oh, Pyramus, lover dear. My Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus and Flute, you Thisbe.
I'll proceed.
Robert Starveling the tailor. Here, Peter Quince. Robert Starveling. You shall be Thisbe's mother. Tom Scout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me from slow study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion's part. I will roar you so that it will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar you so that it will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly, that you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, and they would shriek. And that be enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son. I grant you, friends, that if you were to fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggregate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you as to any nightingale. Roar, roar, roar.
You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one shall see in a summer's day. A most lovely, gentlemanly-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
What you will.
I'll discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple ingrain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all. And then you shall play a bareface. But masters, here are your parts. And I am to entreat you, to request you, to desire you, to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town. By moonlight, there we will rehearse. For if we were to meet in the city, we would be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will prepare a bill such as our play requires. I pray, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
And not hold a cut bowstring.
How now, spirits? Whither wander you?
Over hill and over dale, through bush, through briar, over park and over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. The calips tall her pensioners be, in those gold coat spots you see, those be rubies, fairy favors, in the freckles of their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every calip's ear. Farewell, the love of spirits all be gone. Our queen and all elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she is her attendant hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train to trace the forests wild. But she perforce withholds the loved form, crowns him with flowers, makes him all her joy.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite named Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk and sometimes labor in the current, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no barm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm, those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet puck. You do their bidding and bring them good luck. Are you not he?
Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, hanging in likeness of a filly foal. Sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, down topples she, and tailor cries, and falls into a cough. Then the whole choir hold their hips, and laugh, and waxen in their mirth and knees, and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairies, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, were that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous, Oberon? Fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
The tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn, and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India, but that forsooth the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress, and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus.
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with hymn or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts far on the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Himes thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I Do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. When we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again, as from a voyage, rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare thy haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away! We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way, then. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all on. A certain aim he took, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple, with love's wound. Fetch me that flower. The herb I showed thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make or man or woman madly dote on the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb. Be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, on wolf or bull, on meddling monkey, on busy ape, she shall pursue it with a soul of love. And there I take this charm from off her sight, as I may take it with another herb. I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen under this wood, and here I am, woed within this wood, for I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
Oh, you draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or do I not in plainest truth tell you, I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that I do love you more. Demetrius, I am your spaniel. Use me, but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg for your love, and a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you would use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of this desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you and my respect to all the world. And how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide thee in the brakes. Leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
So wildeth hath not such a heart as you.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I'll do thee mischief in the wood.
Why, in temple, in fields, in town, you do me mischief. By Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven out of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania, sometime in the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delights. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this wood. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with the disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond of her than she upon her love. And meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come! Now a roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part of a minute hence. Some to kill cankers in the musk rose buds. Some war with rear mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves' coats. And some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep. Then to your offices, and let me rest.
Spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and blind worms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen, Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come my lovely lady night, so good night with lullaby.
Hence away, now all is well, one aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest, when thou dost wake, do it. For thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce, or a cat, or bear, pard or boar with bristle hair, in thine eye that shall appear when thou wakest. It is thy dear. Awake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comforts of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Now find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet, do not lie so near.
Take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning of love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit. so that but one heart we can make of it, 2 bosoms interchained with an oath. So then, 2 bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
My Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, true, my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But for love and courtesy, lie further off. In human modesty, such a separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid, so far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter, to thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With hast thou wish the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despiseth the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound on this dank and dirty ground. The pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. Now awake when I am gone. I must now to Oberon.
Stay! Don't kill me, sweet Demetrius!
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Or wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
There is not a breath in this pond's chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoever she lies. She hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes to be so bright? Not by salt tears, for so mine are oftener washed than hers. No, I'm as ugly as a bear. The wild beasts that meet me do run away in fear. Therefore no marvel, though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. But who is here? Lysander on the ground? Dead? Oh, asleep. I see no blood nor wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, that through thy bosoms lets me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord? What though yet Hermia still loves you? Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helen I love, who would not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, and I, being young, till now ripe not to reason. And touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I overlook love's stories written in love's richest books.
Oh! Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hand I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you have felt my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare ye well.
thought you a lord of more true gentleness, and that a lady of one man refused should therefore of another be abused.
You see not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near, for as a serpent of the sweetest thing, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. And all my powers address her, love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Oh, help me, Lysander. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Oh, ay me, for pity. What a dream was here. Look, Lysander, how I do shake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What removed? Lysander, Lord? What out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where you speak, and if you hear, speak of our loves, I swoon almost with fear. No, then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either you or death I will find immediately.
Pat, here is a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and that hawthorn break our tiring house. And we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are some things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By your lake enough, parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, then we shall have such a prologue, and it will be written in 8 and 6.
Yeah, let it be 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves that to bring in God shield us, a lion among the ladies is a most dreadful thing. But there is not a more fearsome wild fowl than your lion living. And we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, no, fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would desire you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I'm a man, as other men are. And here you may name his name and tell them plainly that he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, then it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into the chamber. You know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar. A calendar. Oh, look at the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Aye, it doth shine that night.
Aye. We may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or else, one must come with bush of thorn and lantern, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. And then there is another thing. There must be a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, do speak through a chink in the wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present war, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify. War, yeah. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, then it shall be so. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you will begin, and when you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet. Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, her voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now? Mary, you must. For you must understand, he goes but to see a sound he has heard, and is to come again.
Most lily white of hue, of color red rose on triumphant bride, most frisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew. As truest horse that yet will never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninus too.
Oh, it's Ninus too, lad. And you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. Oh, you say all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tired.
As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I
Fly, masters, help! Run!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about a realm. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be. Giddy up. Sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear. Sometime a fire. And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like horsehound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is knavery to make me a fear.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? Oh, you see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To frighten me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. No matter what they do, I will walk up and down and I will sing so they shall hear I am not afraid. The ossel cock so black of hue with orange and tawny bill. The throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill, the finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plains unto the grave, whose note full many a man doth mark, though he dares not answer. Nay, and indeed, who would set his wit against so foolish a bird? You would give a bird the lie, though he cried cuckoo, never so.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again! Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, thou hast little reason for that. Though, to say the truth, love and reason keep little company together nowadays. The more's a pity some honest neighbor will not make them friends. I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. No, if I'd wit enough to find my way out of this wood, I have enough to serve my own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common race. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grosses, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed. Ready?
And I. And I. And I.
Where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love, to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies. Hail, mortal. Hail.
Hail. Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy. Hardly, I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Ah, good Monsieur Cobweb, I shall desire you of more acquaintance. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peace blossom.
I pray you commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peace Cloud, your father. Oh, good Master Peace Blossom, I desire you of more acquaintance. Your names, I beseech you, sirs. Good Master's Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred have made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master's Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
What it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirits? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of this barren sort who Aramis presented in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fix it on his head. Anon, eye, or russet-painted chuffs many a sort, rising and calling at the guns' report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our stamp, here o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries and help from Athens calls. I led them on in this distracted fear, left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment so it came to pass Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet lacked the Athenians' eyes of the love juice, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of course she must be eyed.
Oh, stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why you rebuke him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou I fear hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being over shoes and blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too. The sun was not so good unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I. Pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty, and yet you, the murderer, look as bright and as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Wilt thou give him me?
I would rather give his carcass to my house.
Outdoor! Outcur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. And hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could a worm, an adder do so much? An adder did it. And with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never ever stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
Tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
Well, there is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Then fate o'errules that. One man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helen of Athens look thou find, by some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eye against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. His love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. Thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena, is close at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? never come in tears. Look what I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
To advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment when to her I swore. Demetrius loves her, he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow. That pure, congealed white hide, Taurus snow, fanned by the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess, pure white, the seal.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not cause me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? You must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I know you hate me in your hearts. You are both rivals, and love Hermia. You are both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all good faith and with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena, unto me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her is but as guest, wise sojourned, and now to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes, wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, who would not let him bide? Fair Helena, who more gilds the night than all you fiery oaths and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be. No! You are one of this confederacy. I perceive have conspired all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? I saw the counsel we shared, the hours we spent, the sister vows, when we did chid the hasty-footed time for parting us. It was all forgot. The school days friendships and the childhood innocence. We Hermia are like two artificial gods, with our needles both creating one flower, both on one sampler, both sitting on one cushion, both warbling in one voice, both in one key, as if our hands are sides, our minds, our voices have been incorporate. And so we grow together, like a double cherry, seemingly parted, but in union, in partition. Two lovely berries molded onto one stem, two seeming bodies, but one mind. Two of the first, like coats and heraldry, due but to one and crowned with one crest. Would you rent our ancient love asunder, in joining these men and scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not maidenly, 'tis not friendly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, but I I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to praise my eyes and face? And made your other love, Demetrius, who even now did spurn me with his foot, call me goddess and nymph, precious, divine, celestial and rare? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within your soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? But that I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love, unloved? This you should pity, rather than despise.
I know not what you mean by this.
I do persever counterfeit sad looks. Make mouths upon me when my back is turned, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which either death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul. Fair Helena.
Excellent.
Do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat. I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
And I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, why do you tempt all this?
Away, you cantaloupe!
No, he'll but seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Away, you cat, you burr! Hang off, you vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you both so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny tartar, out! Hated medicine, loathed potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
Well, I would. I had your bond. For I perceive a weak bond holds thee. And I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Though I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? What news, my love? If not I Hermia, or not you Lysander, I'm as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, since night you left me. Why you left me? God's forbidden earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee. I love Helena.
You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine! Have you no modesty? No maiden shame? No touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fine! But you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? That way goes the game. I hath perceived she had made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, she hath prevailed with him. Are you grown so high in his esteem because I'm so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? How low am I? Not yet so low that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, gentlemen, though you mock me, let her hurt me not. I was never cursed. I have no gift in all in shrewishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think that because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower? Again!
Hermia, do not be so bitter with me.
I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save for love unto Demetrius. He hath chid me hence, and threatened me, to spurn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. So will you let me quiet go? To Athens I will bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You will see how simple and how fond I am.
Get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart, which I leave here behind.
What with Lysander?
Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she'll not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
When she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Nothing but low and middle. Will you suffer her to tell me that? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering Nodgrass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Take not her part. And speak not of Helena. Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love for her, thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not. Follow if thou darest, to try who's right. Of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by Jove.
You mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray, and my legs are longer to run away.
I'm amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad it so did sort, as this, their jangling, I esteem a sport.
Thou seest, these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. Sometimes rail thou like Demetrius, and look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye. Whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When next they wake, let all this derision shall seem a dream, fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monstrous view, and all things will be peace.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I'll be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away. Thou coward, art thou fled? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for war and wilt not come? Come, recreant. Come, thou child. I shall whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I, in dark uneven way. Oh, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and avenge this sprite.
Oh, coward! Why comest thou not?
Bide me if thou darest, for when I want thou runnest before me, shifting every place, but dare not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay then, thou mock'st me. Thou shalt buy this dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. My days approach. Look to be visited.
A weary night, a long and tedious night. Abate thine hour. Shine comforts from the east, I may back to Athens by daylight, away from these that my poor company detest. And sleep, which sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with their desires. Here I will rest till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. Then the country proverb known, every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Oh, where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Ah, Monsieur Cobweb, good monsieur. Get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Don't fret yourself too much in the action, monsieur. And, good monsieur, have a care the honey bag break not. I should be loath to see you overflown with a honey bag, senor. Where's monsieur's mustard seed?
Ready.
I pray you, leave your courtesy.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear for the tongues and the bones. Yes, let's have some music.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay. Sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy who shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas, but I pray you, let none of your people stir me. There will be an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep, thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist, The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee. How I dote on thee.
Welcome, Robin. Oh, seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now, I do begin to pity. For meeting her late behind the wood, seeking favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. When I had it my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I then did ask of her her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Oh, and gentle pup, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the others do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force, the blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake ye, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? How mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep all these 5 percents.
Music, ho! Music such as charmeth sleep.
And now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound! Music! Come, my queen, take hands with me. Rock the ground whereon these lovers be. Now, thou and I are two in amity. We'll tomorrow at midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house, triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded, with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Then my queen, in silent sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight tell me how it came this night that I, sleeping here, was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester. My love shall hear the music of my hounds.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bade the bear. But hounds of Sparta, never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the grove, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. Ah, I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, slow in pursuit, but matched in the mouth and bells, each under each. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, there is my daughter lying there, and this Lysander. And Demetrius is, and Helena, old leader's daughter. I wonder what they're doing here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegea, is this not the day that Hermia gave answer to a choice?
No, it is, my lord.
Go bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine's is past. Begin these woodwards to couple now?
Pardon, my lord.
I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
I shall reply amazedly, my lord, half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly would I speak, and now as I bethink me, so it is, I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law...
My lord, the law, I call the law upon his head. Demetrius, they would have run away and cheated you of your bride and me of my consent that she should be your bride.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helen in fancy following me, but my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love for Hermia melted, as the snow it seems to me now, like the remembrance of some idle god which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena.
Fair couples, you are fortunately met. Of this more we shall hear anon. Aegea, I shall overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall be eternally knit. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity.
These things seem small and undistinguishable now, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, where everything seems double.
So methinks I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? Seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Did not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my mother.
And Hippolyta.
Why then, we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, we can recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. I hope. Be the quince. Flute the bellows mender. Snout the tinker. Starveling. How's my life? Stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he were to expound upon this dream. Methought I was, but there is no man can say what methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It will be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it at the latter end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Haven't yet sent the Bottom's house. Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he comes not, then the play is marred. But go not forward, Dolphin. It is not possible. There is not another in all of Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he. No, he simply has the best wit of any handicraft man in all of Athens. And the best person, too. And he's very paramour for a sweet voice. You must say a paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. Our sports have gone forward, we've all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Thus has he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not escape 6 pence a day. And the Duke not giving him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus,
Well, I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it too. 6 pence a day for Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these? Oh, most courageous damsels of the hour!
Oh, masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything.
Let us hear, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All I will say is, the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace, every man look over his part, for the short and the long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not he that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And, most dear actors, eat no onions, no garlic. For we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away. Go away.
Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I may never believe these antique fables or these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends.
Yes, but all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together. More witness it than fancy's images, and rose to something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
And more than to us wait in your royal walks, your boards, your bed.
Come now, what masks shall we have this evening? What masks? What dances? How shall we beguile away this lazy time between our 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth?
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say now, what abridgments have you for this evening? What masks? What musics?
There is a brief of what sports are laid on. Decide which one my lord will see the first.
The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. That I have told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. Why, that is an old device that was played in Thebes when I came last to conquer. The thrice 3 muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. Why, that is some satire, keen and critical, not suiting for a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief? Why, that is wondrous strange to know. And how shall we find the congo to this discord?
There is a play, my lord, some 10 words long. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. It makes it tedious. And it is as brief as I have known a play, which makes it brief. And therein it is tragical, because therein doth Pyramus kill himself. And I must confess that when I saw it rehearsed, it did bring water to my eye. But more merry tears, a passion of love, laughter, never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Heavy-handed men, hard-handed men who work in Athens here, who never labored in their minds till now. And now they have set their unbreathed memories upon this play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
Oh, no, my lord. No, it's not for you. I have seen it. It is nothing in this world. Unless you would make sport of their intent.
I will hear that play, for never can anything be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in.
Yes, my lord.
And take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness or charge, nor duty in its service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
Yes, but she says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport should be to take what they mistake. What poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes in might, not merit. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity speak it most to my capacity.
My lord, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider that we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is, all for your delight, we are not here. That you should hear, repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
That fellow does not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not the stop. And is it a good moral, my lord? It's not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played upon his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who's next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, it is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall, which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper at the witch, let no man wonder. This man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Nina's tomb, and there to woo. This grisly beast is Lionhide by name. But trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall. And Lion, vile with bloody mouth, did stain. And on comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and sees his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broke his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tearing a mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, that Lion, Moonshine, Wall, and Lovers twain at large discourse, for here they do remain.
I wonder if Lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In the same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did often whisper very secretly, this loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Do you desire Lime and Hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard, my lord.
Pyramus draws me the wall, silence.
Oh, grim looks night. Oh, night with you so black. Oh, night whichever art when day is not. Oh, night. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, old wall, oh, sweet and lovely wall, that stands between a father's ground and mine. Oh, wall, sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, from whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, indeed, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see it, shall thou pass, I told you. Yonder she comes.
Wall, how often hast thou heard my woes? Departing my fair Pyrrhus in me, my cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Thy stones were with lime and hand and up in me.
I see a voice. Now, like a cheek, to spy, I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love thou art. My love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover, and like Lymander I am trusty still.
And I'm with Helen until the fates we kill.
But shapeless to Procris was so true.
As shapeless to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me to the whole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not a lip
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I wall, my part discharged it so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine them no worse of them than they themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come in two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion, rough and wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one snug the joiner, am lion fell, nor else no lion's dam, for if I come as lion and strife into this place, for pity on my life.
A very noble beast of good conscience.
The very best of the beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
True, and his discretion carries not his valor, or the goose carries not the fox. It is well, let's leave it up to his discretion. Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. I, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest air of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is he the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see it is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. Would he would change?
It appears by his small light of discretion he is in the wane, yet in courtesy and all reason we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon. All I have to say is to tell you, this lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon. This thorn bush, my thorn bush. And this dog, my dog.
Why, all these should be in the lanthorn, for all these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Indeed, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And so the lion vanished.
Then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, full by thy glacious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay! Oh, spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here. Eyes, do you see? How can it be, oh, dainty duck, oh, dear, thy mantle good? What? Stained with blood! Oh, approach ye furies, fellow fates, come, come, cut threaded from, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
No, wherefore nature didst thou lions frame? since lion vile hath here devoured my dear, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, outsword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. I, that left pap, where heart to pop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead! Now am I fled! My soul is in the sky! Tongue, lose thy light! Moon, take thy flight! Now, die! 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 Die!
No die but an ace for him, for you see, he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I do hope she will be brief.
Moat will turn the balance, which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better. He for a man, God warrant us. She for a woman, God bless us.
She has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
And thus she means fiddle is set.
Asleep, my love. What, dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise. Speak. Speak. Quite dumb. Dead? Dead! The tomb must cover thus with us. This, my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cows, the cheeks are gone. Lovers make moon. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gold, since you have shown to chance the strength of silk. Come, forward. Come, trusty sword, come. And farewell, friends. Thus, Thespians.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
No! Indeed, the wall that separated their fathers is down, I assure you. Would it please you to hear the epilogue, or to see a bergamasque dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse when the players are all dead. There needs none be blamed. Mary, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And it is, truly. And very notably discharged. Oh. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we'll outsleep this coming morn as much this night we have overwatched. This palpable gross play has helped to beguile away the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight will hold this solemnity, and nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf beholds the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary tasks fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch who lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, when the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies, who do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house, give gathering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty, after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First, rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now, until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray, to the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there creates ever shall be fortunate. So shall all couples three ever true and loving be. And the blot of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand. Never mole, hair lip, nor scar, nor marks prodigious such as our despised nativity shall upon their children be. This field do consecrate. Every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber blessed through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here whilst these visions did appear. This weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck now to scape the serpent's tongue, we shall make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.